Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Barely the News. I'm your host, Mr. Bear, and tonight we have a special edition for you. Another year has gone by, and we thought we'd take a moment to stop and look back at key events in 2013. Joining me tonight to report is my special co-anchor, Ed Fishcake.
Howdy, folk.
One of the top stories of 2013 was the funeral of ex-South African President Nelson Mandela. Almost every world leader was there, and Barely the News covered the event.
That's right, Bear Boy. I got up close when President Obama gave his speech. Roll clip, please.
Madiba insisted on sharing with us his doubts and his fears.
Hey, Bob. Cool it, Fishcake. The big guy is talking.
I am not a saint.
Just wanted to know what kind of action you wanted to line up after the speech. We can't do that anymore, Fish. We just got our hands slapped by a congressional inquiry. Come on, Bob. We know that was all just for show. I saw 2 congressmen doing some blow with our supervisor right after the questioning. Still, I don't want to lose my job. Bob, it's all carpe diem. You gotta seize the day. Besides, I hear you can get hookers for $2 a throw and some jungle wowie juice that will have you seeing pink elephants in no time.
Really? That good and that cheap?
We haven't had such a good deal since we were in Nam and the weed grew free in the jungles and the poontang could be had for chewing gum.
And persistence and faith.
Okay, but we gotta keep it all discreet.
Bob, you know me. I'm the king of discreet and... Whoa, I think those cheap Quaaludes I bought just kicked in.
Wow, that looked like quite the first-class event.
It was indeed, Bear Boy.
Our own company, Barely Entertainment, made news this year with a string of hit music videos. Number 1 for this year was my own news-oriented hit about our loss of privacy to the NSA.
Cause the NSA is logging every little teeny keyboard.
Fish, you had a music video too this year, didn't you?
Why, yes, I gave it a whirl.
2 buck wine, 1 bottle or 2.
Singing the praises of cheap wine?
Yeah, I just love the way the cap smells when you unscrew 'em.
So, how'd that vid do for you?
Was a bigger bomb than Hiroshima.
Better luck next year. We'll be back after this commercial.
Yeah, there's something new in your neighborhood. Where you're gonna eat? Chuck's Tacos. The basic Chuck includes all the fixings and your choice of 36 kinds of meat. No one has more meat than Chuck. Want more? Just say up Chuck for a bigger taco. Still not satisfied? Just say double up Chuck. And for those who truly want it all, the Chuck-O-Rama. And finally, for those who want their tacos on the wild side, the Tia Maria Special with special sauce. So come on down to Chuck's Tacos today for a dining experience you'll never forget.
One of the biggest stories of 2013 was the election of a new pope. Let's go now to our Pope Center to get the latest on Pope Francis. Well, praise the Lord, we are back again to give you all the insights into the Vatican under new Pope Francis I.
And let me tell you, Bear Boy, this guy is a mover and a shaker. Haven't seen this much action since the days of fire and brimstone preaching.
What have been some of his top moves?
Well, first he whipped out some major forgiveness doctrine for gay priests, saying, quote-unquote, "Who am I to judge?" Excuse me? That's what popes have done for hundreds of years. Judge! They pretty much elect a pope to judge things. This really goes against the grain. Another thing that bugs me is, how can you have gay priests in the first place? The priests aren't supposed to be having sex anyway. It's against the rules. Basically, if you aren't having sex, you aren't straight or gay. You're sort of like a eunuch running around, if you know what I mean. So, is he now giving them permission to break the rules?
Yeah, it is a little bit confusing.
Then, get this, he goes over to Malta and tells them their proposed law to allow gay people to adopt children is wrong. Hello? What happened to who am I to judge? So, you can't judge priests who are gay, who you were hired to judge, but you are happy to go judge other countries' gay people.
Still, the Pope is well liked by his congregation. Must be doing a few things right.
Yeah, he's getting that Vatican spending under control. And he basically bitch-slapped a German bishop who had a $3 million home. Also decided those $20,000 priest robes got to go. Got a feeling all those are going to be made in China now. He has tried to feed the poor and condemn the global economic system for enslaving the poor. Where did I hear that before? In the Occupy movement? I wonder if that Pope has a Guy Fawkes mask.
I feel a news exclusive coming on there.
And finally, the Pope stated that atheists could be good people even if they don't believe in God. But he said nothing about the long-held belief that they are all going straight to hell.
Well, the Pope was indeed busy this year, and everyone needs to keep watching for our updates in 2014. Till then, keep on praying. We'll be back after this message.
Slow simmered over an open fire. Beans. We got 'em at Chuck's Tacos, home of the bean burrito. Choose from 25 types of beans. Chuck has more types of beans than anyone else, and they all come in 3 sizes. For small appetites, the Tudor. For more gusto, the Let It Ripper. And for those who can't get enough beans, the Foghorn. So come on down to Chuck's Tacos and get your bean on.
And now, a review of one of 2013's biggest movies by my son, Junior Bear. Junior?
Thanks, Dad. This weekend, I went out to see the second part of the Hobbit movie called
The Desolation of Smaug.
Overall, I'd have to say it was pretty exciting. There were lots of orcs trying to kill people, giant spiders, and dwarves jumping all over the place. And poor Bilbo was struggling with the fact that the ring makes him evil, and he had to use it to go invisible, and it was kind of weird. You know what I mean? Kind of weird. But you know what was really strange was those elves. I mean, what's up with them anyway, huh? I mean, like, sometimes they're nice and sometimes they're not. They just like to run around the forest, just shooting the arrows every which way, you know, and just being strange. And I don't know, and those ears are like throwbacks to Mr. Spock. What do you think? You know, I think they are. And since we already have Star Trek movies again, we really don't need people like that running around with pointy ears. Although the long hair does make them different from Mr. Spock, who wears kind of a little crop top thingy, you know. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's kind of weird. Yeah. But overall, I really did like the movie because I really do like dragons, and this is a really fun dragon who says lots of fun things, and I really kind of like that in dragons, you know, that they have a sense of humor. So, if you're gonna go see yourself a film in 2014, you should go see this one. But be aware that maybe you should get yourself a really extra big large popcorn and a really big Coke, because this film is another buttbuster just like all the other Peter Jackson films. And I don't know how he does it, but every time he puts out the DVD, the movie goes from 2.5 hours to 4.5 hours. And I've never figured out why he never shows us all the stuff up front. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's all I have to say. But go see it if you can. Alright. Thank you. Bye!
Brings tears to my eyes every time I hear that kid report. Well, that concludes our review of 2013, and on behalf of Barely Entertainment, we'd like to wish you a happy 2014. Keep watching, we'll be doing more. Night, everybody.
So you think you can stone me and spit in my eye?
Really? Kick ass, yeah!
Oh, mamma mia, mamma mia. Mamma mia, let me go.